This is Hokies All Access, produced by your official local television home of the Virginia Tech Hokies, in association with Virginia Tech Sports Properties. Hokies All Access.
Yes. Hi, everyone. I'm Jermaine Farrell. Hope your day is wonderful and blessed. Like butter, let's go on a roll, baby, with a little thing we like to call Hokies All Access. Now, in our opening drive segment of Hokies All Access with first quarter action, the COVID-19 troubles once again has hit the Virginia Tech men's basketball team. Due to quarantining and a contact tracing review for COVID-19 within the Virginia Tech men's basketball program, Tuesday's game against Louisville and Saturday's game at NC State was canceled, ending the regular season for the Hokies. The Hokies just came off of a COVID pause, as last Saturday they played their second game off a pause against Wake Forest. Tech will get a double bye in next week's ACC tournament, as they are scheduled to play next Thursday in Greensboro. What a difference a few days can make for the Virginia Tech Hokies men's basketball team. Last Tuesday, coming off a 17-day break due to COVID-19, the Hokies struggled in a 16-point loss to Georgia Tech. Saturday was a different game and story, as the Hokies got back on track in a 38-point win over Wake Forest.
I was as nervous as I've been all year on Saturday with the Demon Deacons coming in here, and we got our team back. They were connected. They played with rage. They played with their hair on fire. They communicated. We got our team back.
One of the keys to the Virginia Tech men's basketball team having a strong season is the emergence of Keve Aluma.
If you could see him, I've got a picture when he committed to us on his official visit. He's a big, heavy, fluffy young man. But I'll tell you one thing: when he starts moving, it's something that grabs you. You know, he didn't play basketball until his freshman or sophomore year in high school, I think it was. He played soccer, some of the things he does, like every night he does something around the basket. He does something on the perimeter when he puts the ball on the floor. Jay Huff, for instance, Jay's a really good defender. And this guy shot fakes Jay back in January and goes between his legs, and I think he dunked the ball. He came from in front of Virginia's bench and got all the way to the rim and dunked it. He had one of those. You could see it most every night. Very unique in that regard. Man, is he a matchup issue for everyone. Glad he's in Blacksburg.
All right, good peeps. It is full booth time right here on Hokies All Access. And join me as always each and every week is the voice of the Hokies, John Laser, and of course, Virginia Tech Hall of Famer Mike Burnop. What's going on, gentlemen?
Big Daddy.
How you doing, Big Daddy? You're styling and profiling the day now.
I try to be like y'all. I tell you one thing, again, the COVID bug hit the Virginia Tech men's basketball team again, as lost two games, the Louisville game as well as the NC State game. And guys, this is got to be so tough because basically you're looking at a situation where Tech will only play two games in roughly a month.
Yeah, it's really frustrating because you saw how flat Virginia Tech was when they returned from their last COVID pause, which was 17 days against Georgia Tech. But then they got back in rhythm. They played with a ton of energy and an intensity on the defensive end and just absolutely walloped Wake Forest. And you're saying, okay, the first pause wasn't at an ideal time, obviously, but this one couldn't be worse timed in terms of your postseason aspirations. It doesn't hurt your seeding, but it certainly hurts your level of preparation. And also, the first pause, and this is why everything is so fragile, you still have a lot of players that are vulnerable. So you're still in a situation now where you're just really tense test to test, because now you've gotten to the part of the calendar where if you have another issue, which they don't have at the moment, but if you do, then your options are exceptionally limited in terms of going forward. And this is what the NCAA is going to fear every minute of the next month, because this could happen to any program, obviously, with tournament aspirations.
Yeah, it's really frustrating, Jermaine, and you just hate it for the players. You hate it for the coaches because, they were playing so well. I mean, that first half against Wake Forest was open up a can of whooping, they shot 68% and just dominated, and that was after the poor effort that they had against Georgia Tech after the long layoff. And now you're going to have another layoff. and you got to go into the tournament, knowing you're going to play a really good team in the quarterfinals. And so it is frustrating. You just hate it for the players, hate it for the coaches, hate it for the fans. And, you're going to go into the tournament and you just think how crazy this year's been. You haven't played Florida State. You haven't played North Carolina. You haven't played NC State, and you only played UVA one time. You only played Louisville one time. I mean, it's crazy to think that you're going to the tournament and you haven't played some of these teams, and you're just kind of limping in, and you're going to get a good team to play, and then you're going to go to the NCAA tournament. Just suppose you lay an egg in the ACC tournament, then you're going to have another week off before you go to the NCAA tournament, and you're going to get a good team there as well. I mean, they were playing with such great emotion and energy in that Wake Forest game. You just hate to see it happen, but it is, and that's just the way it's been, and you got to deal with it.
So I guess the biggest thing, I'll ask you both this, where do we go from here for Virginia Tech? Because we're kind of in a holding pattern, not only leading into the ACC tournament, but potentially the NCAA tournament.
Well, right now you have to prepare as if you're going to play Thursday, of course, down in Greensboro, because what this did was essentially guarantee you that double bye, which is a great thing. As Mike just referenced, though, it means you're going to play a quality opponent in the opening round. Not that there's ever warm-up games in a tournament-style setting, but that's just the way you're going to have to gear your bodies right now in terms of conditioning, in terms of individual workouts, in terms of the way you structure practice. Things always get a little bit hectic in terms of scheduling with quick turnarounds, particularly in the ACC tournament where you are potentially playing every day. So that's not going to be abnormal, but what is going to be abnormal is trying to regiment this the right way over the next however many days from when people watch this until next Thursday. So I have every confidence that Mike Young has the staff in place to do that. Clearly the players are going to be chomping at the bit to play. It's just a matter of whether you can tweak it the right way in terms of conditioning to mimic the speed of the game so that you're actually in a competitive mode once you get there.
I mean, that's it. You just got to hope that you can have guys that can practice, and you can practice together as a team to get a little work in, get a little up and down movement in, as opposed to individual workouts. And, they probably learned a few things from the last layoff, but again, it's depending upon what bodies you have there to practice. Because the last thing you want to do is limp into this tournament knowing that you may have to play 3 games in 3 days. I mean, they took all that time off and did not play well, didn't have the energy in the second half against Georgia Tech. So now you got the potential of playing 3 games, hopefully in 3 days. That's going to take a toll on the old body without question.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough situation. Well, guys, again, I appreciate you so much of being on Full Booth. The voice of the Hokies, John Laser, and, of course, Virginia Tech Hall of Famer Mike Burnop. First of all, John, keep cooking. You got the time. And, Mike, go sledding.
Go sledding. I think the weather's changed. I put the flexible flyer in the garage the other day, Jermaine, so I'm working on these Stanford 30001 Sharpies. Got to sell some more of them.
Thanks, guys.
See you, Big Daddy.
And coming up on Hokies All Access, we shared a story of a Virginia Tech student helping young people live out a dream of getting a college education. Stick and stay, please.
Produced by your official local television home of the Hokies. This is Hokies All Access.
And welcome back to the Maroon and Orange Express, also known as Hokies All Access. Now in our Hokie Highlights segment of Hokies All Access with second quarter action, Virginia Tech engineering senior Jessica McDaniel was excited about her internship this past summer. But when it got canceled due to the pandemic, she did some soul searching to figure out how she could use her free time to help others. Haley Henson shares her story.
Really highlight a lot in my on my website.
Did you do all of that by yourself?
Yes. I mean, I did a lot of research too, but I did it about myself, yes.
In a matter of a few months, Virginia Tech senior Jessica McDaniel created a website called Dreams 2 Degrees. McDaniel says the idea came about from her experience working with kids at the recreation center in her hometown of Greensboro, North Carolina.
They would get so excited and ask me so many questions, especially about college and everything. And during the school year, I would notice that they wouldn't be passing their classes, or they weren't as passionate about doing whatever it was in school. And I was asking them, like, where was the spark? You guys are so, amped up during the summer.
McDaniel says the shift in attitude in academics for those gifted children had a lot to do with their families and their schools. Either they didn't get family encouragement because higher education wasn't perceived as an option, or there was pushback from their schools because of stereotypes. To complicate matters, many families do not understand scholarship and admission processes.
As a lot of those students believe that especially in the Black community, they believe that the only way that they're going to get into college is if they play sports, and that's definitely not the case.
McDaniel thought about how representation and resources could assist in changing these perceptions. She's providing a blueprint to pursuing higher ed on her website, dreams2degrees.com.
I'm currently in the process of registering it to be a nonprofit. What I hope to provide with this is just endless free information for students and parents so that they know how to get to college, what things they need to be looking for, especially a lot of financial advice for parents and students, because I know some students have to do it by themselves. And then another really big thing is essay writing.
McDaniel strives to be an advocate for all students from different cultures and racial backgrounds to pursue their dreams.
You can go to college, you can do great things no matter, what other people may say or think about you. You don't have to stay in this stereotypical box.
And thank you so much, Haley Henson, for that report. Now, Jessica is even reviewing high school students' college essays to offer guidance. She hopes to ultimately provide a scholarship opportunity as well. Well, coming up on Hokies All Access, the Virginia Tech baseball team did something this week they haven't done in 8 years. This is Hokies All Access.
Produced by your official local television home of the Hokies. This is Hokies All Access.
And welcome back to Hokies All Access with third quarter action. I'm Jermaine Farrell. The Virginia Tech baseball team is off to a strong start, which has led them to a place they haven't been in nearly 8 years. For the first time since 2013, the Virginia Tech baseball team has been ranked in 4 polls around the NCAA. The Hokies, 5-1 overall, 2-1 in the ACC, ranked highest in the Baseball America poll, sitting at number 16. The Division I baseball rankings hold Tech at 24th, 1 place above this weekend's opponent in North Carolina. The last time the Hokies were ranked was in 2013 under head coach Pete Hughes in his 7th season. Tech finished the 2013 season with a 40-22 record, and they were ranked 22nd. The Hokies finished 3rd in the ACC Coastal Division with a 15-14 record and played in the NCAA Blacksburg Regional. The 2021 Hokies also landed at number 22 in the USA Today Coaches Poll and number 27 on the Collegiate Baseball Poll. Tech finished his first ACC series with a 2-1 record against Miami of Florida, marking the first series win in the Sunshine State. The Hokies had 4 home runs and 22 hits in the series. And meanwhile, on the final day of competition, the Hokies men's track squad posted 88 points, won 5 events, earned 4 silver medals, 3 bronze medals, and dominated the field to become the 2021 ACC Indoor Track and Field champions by 55 points. With the largest margin of victory in the modern era of the ACC, Virginia Tech added another championship to an already extensive trophy case. The men's team now holds 6 ACC indoor titles, and the program earned its 17th with the men's victory last Saturday. Tech wrapped up 136 points on the weekend, with second place turning in 81. Ready to compete on a national stage, 7 individual athletes and 3 relay teams will represent Virginia Tech in the 2021 NCAA Indoor Championships. The 10 events the Hokies will contest is the most at a single NCAA championship in the history of Virginia Tech's track and field squad. Additionally, this is the first time the Hokies have qualified a men's 4x400-meter relay team for the indoor national meet. The championships will begin Thursday, March the 11th, and run through Saturday, March the 13th at the University of Arkansas's Randall Tyson Track Center in Fayetteville, Arkansas. The Hokies will look to add to their list of 6 indoor national titles. Entering the meet, several Hokies are seated at or near the top of their events. Competition for the Hokies is scheduled to begin on Friday, March the 12th, with preliminaries in the sprint and middle distance events, the distance medley finals, and the women's shot put and pole vault, all taking place that day. Well, meanwhile, Virginia Tech wrestling Sam Latona and Corbin Myers won individual titles at the ACC Championships Sunday night at 125 and 133 pounds respectively. And Myers was named the top wrestler of the tournament, earning ACC Most Outstanding Wrestler honors. As a team, the Hokies finished second behind champion NC State with 65.5 points at the tournament. Tech tied for second at the championships with 2 individual champions. The ACC announced its end of the season conference honors for women's basketball on Tuesday morning on the Packer and Durham show on the ACC network, with 3 Hokies earning well-deserved accolades after performances throughout the 2020-2021 season. Both senior Asia Shepard and sophomore Elizabeth Kitley were recognized on the first team, and point guard Georgia Amore was selected to the all-freshman team. And the National Football League announced 323 invitations to the 2021 NFL Scouting Combine on Tuesday. Even though the event will be not conducted in Indianapolis, the NFL released a list of selected players, which includes Virginia Tech tackle Christian Darrisaw, safety Van Diablo, and cornerback Caleb Farley and running back Khalil Herbert. Based on a variety of mock drafts and preliminary projections, Farley and Darrisaw are projected to be Tech's second duo of first-round draftees. The only previous time that Tech landed 2 selections in the first round of the same NFL draft was in 2018 when linebacker Tremaine Edmonds went 16th overall to the Buffalo Bills and his brother Terrell went 28th overall to the Pittsburgh Steelers. Coming up on Hokies All Access, we share how a couple of Virginia Tech football recruits are using their home skills to stay in shape. This is Hokies All Access.
Local television home of the Hokies. This is Hokies All Access.
And welcome back to Hokies All Access with fourth quarter action. You know, many high school football players in the Commonwealth of Virginia have found interesting ways to stay physically and mentally prepared to play football this year after waiting months to finally hit the field. Now, in Virginia, high school football kicked off in February. And Ryan Moy tells us how 2 Virginia Tech football recruits and twin brothers Jordan and Jaden McDonald from Salem, Virginia, turned an empty garage into their very own workout facility.
Jaden and Jordan McDonald have a lot in common. Not only are they identical twins, they also play for the Salem Spartans football team. And with a high school football season that was postponed due to COVID-19, the brothers created a makeshift weight room to stay in shape during the prolonged off-season.
Because COVID hit, the coaches couldn't really go to places to see the players play or wherever they do it or practice. So the best way to do was to post it online on Twitter where they could see it. So it was basically to market yourself.
After winning the Class 4 state title back in 2017, the twins are looking to make it back to another state final this year. And they're hoping their videos help inspire their teammates and others to stay active.
You know, it's showing that, you know, like I said, the younger classmen, that they can do it as well. Like, they don't have to just, you know, sit back and wait. Like, if you want something, you can go chase it. I did it. It means you can do the same thing.
Even without the videos, the twins caught the attention of Virginia Tech head football coach Justin Fuente and committed to play for the Hokies next fall.
The McDonald brothers, I'm really excited about. These are guys that we have known about for some time. Really, we're hopeful to get to watch them play their senior year, but just really high character, long, talented guys that aren't afraid to work, that I think are going to have a chance as they spend their time here to develop into really quality people and quality players.
As the brothers head into a season unlike any other, they say the experience has brought them closer together.
Back in the day, like, we was like little kids. We used to always argue. We used to always get in fights. We disliked each other very much. But I know it's like throughout the years we end up like we don't really argue like that. We just have like little disagreements here and there, and we just basically just motivate, push each other, and like just focus on that one goal we have, and that's to play football and make it to the league. We kind of grown to love each other more, and now it's just like, you know, we got each other's backs. So like, you know, that's been our dream since little kids. When we first saw it on the flat screen TV, you know, watching it, you know, it's just been a dream. And then we finally made it there together. Like, it ain't like one of us got left behind. Like, we actually there together, you know, sharing the same dream and actually living it out.
As the twins step out on the field for one last time, each down brings them one step closer to their goal.
And that was Ryan Moy with that report. Thank you so much, sir. Now, to see all things Hokies, including previous episodes of Hokies All Access, we got it all for you on HokiesAllAccess.com. Well, guess what, folks? That does it for this edition of Hokies All Access. I really appreciate you guys watching us each and every week. I'm Jermaine Farrell. Hope all of your teams are winners. Have a wonderful and blessed day, everyone, and go Hokies!